Any second now. And you are now behind enemy lines. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Gene Berardelli, Ross Galloway is back this week. Are you going to let us know where you were, or do I have to, guess, or can I buy a vowel? I heard it was a super secret meeting, and it was super serial.
No, for those of you guys that saw the show 2 weeks ago, I needed a break after that last one. It got rowdy.
I'm hoping it gets rowdy again tonight, man. I want it to get rowdy. We have fun when it gets rowdy. People are going to be coming in. I'm sure people will be wandering in as soon as they find us here. Got a great show for everyone joining us right now. If you've just entered the chat, let me know you're in the chat. Say hi, how you doing? Love to hear from everyone, whether you like us, you don't like us, haters, lovers, in between. You're all good here. Let us know where you're chilling from. So last week you weren't here, and it was me and Rick, and we were having a great time discussing things. It was pretty much just as rowdy last week as it was this week. Maybe a little less, only because, well, you weren't here.
I do miss Rick, man. I wish he was on this week.
I can get him on if you want. I'm sure he can join us. Rick's in the chat right now.
I see him.
Rick, Ross is requesting the honor of your presence. If you want to come on and hang out with us, feel free to do so. We got people pulling up into the chat right now. I'm trying to get this on my phone just to make sure everything is working properly, but for some reason, it's not letting me pull it up. If you guys are having the same problem as I am with this, let me know in the comments. Rick says link him, so I'm going to send him an invite real quick.
Yes, my wingman. Rick, get in here.
Hang on a second. Let me do the invite.
Back to back, like two lion tamers with chairs and whips.
And folks, okay, listen, I'm not going to kink shame you. If that's your idea of a fun Wednesday night, then that's on you. Listen, as you guys are entering the chat, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel wherever you're watching, hit the notification bell wherever you're watching so you don't miss any other shows. The reason why I'm going to harp on this like button a lot, guys, is because the more you guys like the show, the more that social media, especially YouTube, will put it out there for others to join us. And we're needy. We like people. We want you to spread the word to your friends, and this will help you as well. Rick, I sent you the link, and you'll be joining us momentarily. But yeah, it's been another crazy week, man. It's like we can't leave Minnesota.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, feel free to follow Gene in the show, but don't follow me. Okay? Yeah, it's been a crazy week, Gene. But you cannot give these people any quarter. No quarter to the left. Right? So I know we're going to talk about a bunch of cool stuff tonight, but you do not negotiate with terrorists, period.
I certainly hear that. I'll be bringing up some counterpoints for you as well. Everybody coming in right now, listen, we got 12 likes in the chat already that I see on our vertical feed. I'll check out the horizontal one later. You guys are killing it already. So keep them coming in. Let everybody know you're here. Let everybody know that you want to be part of the conversation. And you know what? I got to do my customary welcome here for our guests.
So I want to thank you all for being here. And now, who am I introducing next? Who's next?
Oh, there we go. But I can't hear you guys now.
See, now this time I was muted coming in and you weren't. This is weird.
Oh no, it got me first too. I unmuted and then said it. Because I was trying to be a smart ass because I was like, okay, if you don't know who's next, I don't have to tell you. But you guys,
StreamYard, man, it's a killer sometimes. What's going on, Rick? How was your week?
Well, honestly, up until today, I haven't been able to breathe for the last 2 days. I wound up going in and seeing my doctor, getting a couple of vitamin shots and some extra strength decongestants, so my nose would finally clear out.
No one
We've
wants to
had
hear your
some.
problems. I only want good stuff. Only good vibes only. No one wants to hear your problems.
Well, then you shouldn't have asked, fucker.
He was just trying to make small talk. We really don't care.
Yeah, we really don't care. Listen, when I say how you doing, I expect to hear, yeah, I'm doing okay. How you doing? That's all I want. That's really all. No one really. Do you realize that when people say how you doing, no one really wants a real answer. But
I
whatever.
don't care. I don't care.
We're getting some chats in spirit of 7614. What's your opinion on a constitutional convention? We might get into that a little bit. You want to give you a 10-second pitch here, Galloway?
I mean, I think it's risky, but it's worth a shot, right? The problem with the Constitutional Convention is if you do an Article 5 convention, the Constitution is basically up for grabs. So your Second Amendment can easily be stripped out on top of whatever else you thought you might get put in it, right? And it requires 3/4 of the states to ratify. It'll never happen, right? You're more likely to lose in a Constitutional Convention than to gain.
Possibly, but I think that it's basically it's a traffic jam. You're not going to get anything done. You're not going to get the amount of states you need to agree on anything. But
my point is, you'll find Republicans that will negotiate away their positions like they do in Congress, but you will not find any Democrats that will. So you'll never get 3/4 of anybody to agree with anything we agree with.
I tend to agree with you. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to happen anyway. I don't think anybody has the balls to call for one. But listen, we can all dream at some point. Let's get to the topic we're here to talk about, though. Let's start talking about the North Star state of Minnesota and all of the craziness and kookiness going on there. There may have been a little bit of a break in the action. And what I mean by that is it looks like with Tom Homan entering the chat, the head of the Border Patrol is leaving. Bovino is leaving. And Homan entered the stage today. And it seems like Tim Walz tried to get off on the right foot with Tom Homan, Rick. Did you see that early morning interview on CNN with Anderson Cooper?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I just think it's interesting that suddenly Tim Walz apparently wants to work with Hitler and the Nazis.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's crazy how the rhetoric all seems to slow down once you try to make peace. Here's a little snippet that Rick is talking about.
Tom Homan, how did that go? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, Tom Homan's a professional, which is a lot more than Bovino and Kristi Noem. But look, I think the thing we said is we're very clear about this, that we need these folks out of Minnesota, and we need justice for Renee Good and for Alex, and those were things that we came with. I think the thing that I'm most concerned about is the tone was different. There was a tone shift. I wish it was because of the horrific shooting that somebody saw some morality, but I think it's probably the press. But with that being said, I'm not interested in a more efficient Metro surge. I'm ready for them to get out of here, and I think that's what Minnesotans are talking about. So it was progress. Look, I never got a call from Bovino or Noem.
Never.
Nothing. No, nothing. When they're
Not like you should have expected a call from either of them, but hey, he's given Homan credit for actually being professional, I guess. When this whole thing started in Minnesota, Galloway, the antagonism between Walz and Trump was palpable. Now, all of a sudden, Tom Homan, of all people, is being a peacemaker in this situation. What do you make of this tone shift that Walz is trying to project on the administration, but really seems to be coming from him?
I mean, how funny is it that, according to Tim Walz, Bovino and Noem were too wild. So we got to get a guy to be more calm and level-headed, like, I don't know, like Tom Homan. I mean, if that's who they think they can work with, God bless him. I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely. Rick, what was your take on the tone shift here that Walz is portraying right now?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. Of course, because he was on friendly turf, he was talking a little tougher than he was in other clips that I've seen. Because he's like, we're not interested in a more efficient one. We just want them gone. That's not what he said in some other clips that I've seen. But I mean, it was a softer tone. I do find it interesting that all of a sudden, because there's a new front man, all of a sudden ICE isn't Nazis anymore. Because 5 minutes ago they were. But it also probably didn't help because I'm pretty sure he probably knew about the clips that were coming out about Pretty that started showing up everywhere today too, probably before that interview ever happened. So I think there are other reasons the tone is shifting in between what's happened with the organization with the signal chats, the video that's come out with Pretty from the week prior, week and a half, whatever it was prior. I think they're realizing that they have once again stepped all over their own dicks and they're trying to figure out how to fix it.
That can certainly be it as well. And we're going to be getting into that video that came out involving the person who was killed in that altercation earlier, Pretty, that we've been talking about, and also about Signalgate. That you got to give Cam Higbee on X a whole ton of credit about all that. We'll be going into that as well. But let's talk about what ICE has done already in Minnesota. This is a video that came out from Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem talking about some of the people that have been picked up in this operation in Minnesota.
Going through some of the folks that we've pulled off the streets to deport out of this country because of President Trump's focus on making America safe again. Here we have a guy named Gonzalez who's been convicted of sodomy of children less than 13 years of age. He has been sentenced to prison, but he is out of our country now, thanks to President Trump. Another guy here who is arrested and has been removed, but he was convicted for possession of distributing child porn. So this guy was distributing that throughout the country, illegal alien, gone from our country now. Here we have a Chinese national convicted of murder, now is gone, a citizen of China that came here and was convicted of killing people in this country that are gone thanks to President Trump. Thank you to all the brave men and women that are out there deporting these illegal criminals. They get up every day to do it and are making our communities safer.
So that's, I guess, a little bit of a progress report from Kristi Noem. Whatever, okay. Guys, if you're coming into the chat right now, you want to hang out with us, I see the chat starting to get moving here. Hit the thumbs up button because we want to grow the chat. We want to bring more people into the discussion with us. So please hit that thumbs up as you're watching and listening to us and all the clips we have here. I think that was a good reminder from Kristi Noem to let us know what the mission exactly is here. And if we're getting all these people off the street, then all the better.
Bro, one thing about Kristi Noem, first of all, like, yes, they're trying to get out there, get ahead of this. The news ain't going to report on what she says anyway. I do have one request from the Secretary of Homeland Security. Can we tone down the hair, the makeup, and the hoop earrings? I mean, it's distracting. It really is. Every time she does a costume change out in the field, it's over the top with the hair, makeup, and hoop earrings. I mean, she's an attractive woman, but come on.
She's trying to make fetch happen. That's what's happening here. I mean, I'm not gonna. I have no style whatsoever. I have no frame of reference to comment on this. Ladies, if you're out there in the chat right now and you think that Kristi Noem is doing too much with all the makeup and all that stuff, let us know in the comments. I need the real experts out there, and you know who you are. But as to the substance of what the very stylish Homeland Secretary is doing right now, what do you think about what she said, Rick? Is this just to save her job? Because now we're having members of the Republicans in the Senate, if you want to call Murkowski a Republican, but Tom Tillis as well, saying that they are open to talking about impeaching Noem.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know if Kristi Noem has the situational awareness well enough in hand to understand that she may be about to lose her job, but I don't honestly know if she should be either, because the thing about it is, yes, the rush to judgment was terrible in what happened with this dude in Minneapolis over the weekend. But there's also a lot more that we're just now starting to understand. And I'm going to say what I've been saying now for over a week. And anytime I've been asked about this, it doesn't matter what led to them tackling him. Once they started trying to arrest him, dude should have just said, I'm not resisting, and stopped moving and let them handcuff him or whatever else they were going to do. We now have him on tape in two separate instances fighting when they were trying to detain him. One was a few on the 13th, and then this past one on this last Saturday. And the simple fact of the matter is, even if he felt he was being detained unlawfully, if he would have just let them detain him, he could have fought about that part in court. But instead, he decided to opt for the Darwin Award. So I don't know if Kristi Noem should be in any trouble for any of this at all, because they're doing exactly what we told them to do. Everybody who knew what we voted for knew this was going to be ugly. This isn't their fault.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I'm going to unpackage that a little more, starting with Ross, but I just want to highlight the comment here from James Webster in our chat. Everyone who's against deporting illegal immigrants, look up the names Sarah Root, Molly Tibbetts, and Laken Riley, and read who killed them. I don't think anyone will disagree that criminal illegal aliens need to go. But Ross, I'm sensing you're about to go off, so I just want to introduce everyone to this.
I got something for you to read right here.
Let's just be calmer. What's that?
Go ahead.
Great little graphic there. I'm going to push back on Rick a little bit here. What was the rush to judgment? I don't know. I saw a video of a guy fighting with federal officers, right? That's what I saw, and he had a gun. Any state in the union that allows you to carry a concealed weapon, even with a permit, it's illegal to commit another fucking crime while carrying your weapon, right? Just because you have a permit doesn't mean I can go in and punch a store owner and steal stuff from his store and then leave the gun on my hip and not get charged with carrying a gun during that crime, right? That doesn't exist in any state that allows you to have a permit. This guy was out there following ICE. He's probably in that signal group too. He's on video a week earlier doing the same shit, destroying government property and resisting arrest, and he had a gun on him. There is no rush to judgment here. He's a fucking dirtbag. He got what he deserved, and I feel no sympathy for him. I'm not going to pretend like I do. Fuck him, fuck Renee Good, and fuck all these people that are impeding federal law enforcement from enforcing the laws that Congress enacted.
Okay, I think you misunderstood what I meant by rush to judgment. There are a lot of folks on the left that have decided this guy's a saint.
Okay,
that's what.
No, but a lot of people, even on Fox, Rick, are they pulled back, and even Trump was like, "Oh, it's a tragedy. We got to look into this." What the fuck do we have to look into? Like, I'm seeing a video of a guy fighting with police who has a gun. Right? I'm not going to slice and dice. Was the guy's finger on the trigger? Was he pointing it at the cops? Cop yells gun. Guy is fighting with 3 cops. One cop shoots. Another cop shoots too. All right, fog of war. Fuck him. He's dead. I don't care.
And that's what I think it really comes down to when you talk about fog of war. People are looking frame by frame in 1/30th of a second time, basically, because for those who don't know, frames per second, it's usually around 30 when you do these sorts of videos. I think people in the chat are liking what they're hearing from you, pal. Exactly. F these people from Chuck 3042. Welcome, Chuck. Glad you're here with us. Hope you subscribe. And Sick Man. I don't know if that's a good sick man or a bad sick man from Neta Kappa 54. But here's what I'm going to bring it to. Again, I look at things from a legal perspective because that's how I'm trained. I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. And I'm looking at these video breakdowns of frame by frame. And it's so easy to say, well, he should have done this. He should have done that. In the amount of time that this all went down, from when this guy pretty started resisting, he got sprayed, then he started resisting. They found a weapon on him. And not everyone is seeing the same thing if you're one of those officers trying to get this guy to stop resisting. And then you hear one of your colleagues say, gun, gun, gun. And what would your reaction be? You want to go home that night. You see something in his hand. Some are saying it's a phone. Some are saying it's a second weapon. I see other people saying it's a magazine. It doesn't matter what it was in his hand. In that moment, the question legally becomes, was it reasonable to use that force? And I would certainly say, depending upon your perspective and which officer you're talking about, yeah, you have a guy committing a federal felony in front of you by resisting, making contact with these federal officers. We find a gun on him. He was reaching around to another part of his body. We don't know if it was for whatever, but he's reaching around, not following orders. And now you have this tragic situation. I think that can talk about the number of bullets that we use, but again, you're a federal agent. You want to go home. You want everybody to go home that day. I think it would be hard pressed to find a use of force expert who's objective, at least, that would not say that there seems to be a reasonable basis for the use of force here. And again, I'm not a law enforcement expert, but from a legal standpoint, I get why people are upset. It's a tragedy, but come on.
I'm like over saying it's a tragedy too. Me and you are different here. It's not a tragedy. He's a fucking moron, right? There was no protest, by the way. It wasn't like, he was holding a sign on the side of the street and then these guys overreacted and shot him, right? Like that's not what happened. There was no protest there when this guy started fighting with the cops. He was there to impede the arrest. That's what he was there for, right? They were going after a criminal illegal. He was trying to impede it. While they were trying to effect an arrest on him, he resisted and he had a gun. Okay? That's what happened. Right? So should we say it's a tragedy that a guy with a gun who was fighting the police got shot by the police? No.
I mean,
where's the tragedy? Those cops are heroes in my book.
It's a tragedy that he was retarded enough to think that he should fight with the cops,
Yes.
fight the cops while they had a gun.
That's the tragedy.
All right. Roderick Autry Jr. Hey, thanks for joining us in the chat today. He provides an alternative perspective. You are right if you are a scary person and coward, yes, but from a trained man, the perspective may be different. I'll admit I am not trained in firearms. I can see from my legal research these arguments I made about reasonable force. But I know, Ross, you were trained in the military. You've acted as military police. Rick, you have been in law enforcement as well. Talk to me about that perspective I offered about you are surrounding someone who's resisting you physically, then you hear a fellow officer say gun, 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 and you have to make a decision. What does the training tell you?
Again, I'm going to say the same thing because even after I took the uniform off, I started working private security, doing private investigations, executive protection, all that stuff. And I started training all the people that I worked with. And one of the first conversations we ever had every night, we would have a meeting before the night, because I always worked the night shift. We would have a meeting before we all went to our post. And I would say to them every single time, I'll be the one doing the roving tonight. So if you need me, call me on the radio. And remember, if it comes down to it, it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I said that every night for 11 years.
Ross, you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, of course I agree with that assessment. And I see the chat. I piss some people off. Well, F
That's
you.
okay.
I don't care, right? The other side that calls us Nazis, fascists, Hitler, right? Like, I don't feel bad when one of you fucks around and finds out. I really don't, right? You would have no problem burning down a hotel that ICE agents are staying at. Your side has no problem doing that, right? So when one of you fucking bring a gun to a gunfight and get killed, no sympathy, none. More, please.
So Rick had mentioned also that a video surfaced today as we are recording this, showing this gentleman, the pronunciation, whatever. I'm Berardelli. People screw up all the time. I don't care. Had a prior run-in with ICE. Let's take a look at this incident. And there's some commentary in this video. Feel free to take it with a grain of salt if you want to, but check this out.
The moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Preddy interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him.
Now, again, give credit to the organization that made this video. And you see that taillight getting kicked off by the person they say is pretty. I'm going to continue on here.
Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat, and he walks away.
Now I'm seeing some comments in the chat, like Greg H here. Greg, thanks for commenting on the show here, saying, "Oh wow, a kick." Let me see if I can get up on the screen here. And yeah, we're not really going to judge him for the incident that happened subsequently based upon what he does here, but this does show his temperament, his attitudes towards ICE, and what possibly some of those agents may have been at this incident. We don't know at this point to actually see what they may have known about this guy. Ross is going to disagree with me right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what legally can be brought into a court hearing, right? Like, I'm just a normal dude who can see with my own eyes. This guy is a turd. He's a dirty leftist. He's actually wearing the same clothes a week earlier in this video. He's supposedly a nurse, right? Supposedly, I'll say that. He's clearly mentally unhinged, right? Do you want this guy anywhere near a medical facility? Do you want this guy, if he finds out you're a Republican, administering medicine or any kind of procedure on you? No, you don't, right? Like, this guy belongs locked up in an institution. Well, too late now, right? I guess problem solved itself. Darwinism solved it for us, right? But yeah, I will hold this video against him. In this video, he has a gun in his waistband again. He's lucky he didn't get shot a week earlier.
So, comment from PB Third. Thanks for joining the chat with us. See, we'll even take comments from people who disagree with us. You're the reason we call you what we call you. So that's the reason why you ignorant? Is that what you're saying? That's the reason why you... That makes a whole lot of sense. So because you disagree with a point of view, you get to be ignorant. Here's another one. Oh, this is a great screen name here. Hang on, I gotta find... The chat's rolling by so quickly now. It's interesting. I saw a comment. Let me see if I got it right here. It is Big Johnson 7415. I'm sure that name is not compensating for anything. The bed. Yeah, right. Go ahead. Say that again, Rick.
I was going to say he's not compensating at all.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. He's just big confident. They're the bad people from WW2, you fools. They did the same thing in the 1930s. You mean they actually enforced the law? I disagree with that.
No, by the way, you didn't know the Nazis sprayed pepper gas and didn't even arrest him that week. And then they got back in their cars and left after they arrested the illegal they were looking for. That's exactly what the Nazis did during World War II. These guys are fucking pathetic, right? Like, they don't even know what history is. They call Stephen Miller a Nazi. Stephen Miller's a Jew. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I got something for you to read right here.
Let's just be copper. What's that?
I'm sorry, Rick. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this video is what put him on the radar for the group that dealt with him a week later, because I guarantee you they are, if he's, like I said, he's now been in 2 separate videos. So I guarantee you they have probably dealt with this man at least 4 or 5 times while they have been doing their operations. So they already knew who he was. And it explains to me why they pepper sprayed him and dogpiled him as quickly as they did. And the fact that and even the ones that are on his side of the chat aren't acknowledging the fact that he was still fighting with them when they had him on the ground. All he had to do was stop.
I love comments like this. They're enforcing their laws. No, they're enforcing the laws that were passed under Bill Clinton, under Barack Obama, under other Democrats, Jimmy Carter. You know, I mean, come on. And I love the lukewarm temperature podcaster comment by El Capitan Games. Hey there, man, I appreciate that. But you know what? 130 IQ, law degree. We got a couple of different degrees in the chat here as well. I think the only low temperature is coming from the other side, but hey, that's just one man's opinion. I can certainly be wrong. PB the Third says illegal, unconstitutional operations. Ross, let's talk about the constitutionality of this. I believe the president has exclusive jurisdiction and authority over immigration and nationalization. I think that's not only in the Constitution, it's been codified by Congress. And this is what we've all agreed upon as what exclusive control is, really. You have these officers enforcing the law, especially when states like the North Star state of Minnesota choose not to enforce.
It's always the most uneducated people that try to cite the Constitution in cases like this. This is like the clearest of clear constitutional issues, right? Actually, the left depends on this interpretation of the Constitution to not assist the federal government with immigration enforcement. It is strictly in the purview of the federal government to enforce immigration laws that are passed by Congress. They're the only ones who can do it, right? And the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. So it does not make a difference about a sanctuary city or any dumb law that Minnesota or Minneapolis may have. These federal agents are not subject to those laws. They are absolutely immune from prosecution for murder or whatever else is in these dementous leftist heads that they think they can get these ICE agents for, as long as they're acting in accordance with their employment. Unconstitutional. Why don't you try reading the Constitution? It's a short read. If you print it out, it's like 8 pages on a PDF. Read it.
Absolutely. Angel 12 Boucher 17, watching all the Obama address, he deported more people than anyone. I don't get the outrage. It's just hate for the president, pathetic and unacceptable. And then just to get the other side again on this, Super Garo 69. Hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. You are not objective and are unable to change your perspective. Bubula, what made you think that we're fair and balanced? We're not reporting news. Me and Galloway, we're 2 Italians from Brooklyn with an opinion, and we're loud and we're obnoxious.
Even when I'm wrong, I fucking keep going. I don't give a fuck.
There you go. Absolutely. But so I do see some other comments. Okay. Gun M1 tank. Never say this again. We can't have its head growing any bigger than it is right now. Stop
make that shirt, Gene. I want that shirt sold in our store. Ross
is right in shop.buffoonoftheweek.com. We can make that happen, I'm sure. But one thing I do want to bring up, and let me see if I can take this video down here. We're going to put up another one. I think maybe the introduction of Tom Homan into the discussion has indeed resonated, because the night before Homan arrived, or actually the evening that he did arrive, Minnesota police actually started doing what people want them to do.
Now under arrest. Please sit down and wait for instruction.
I never thought I'd see the day. I'm actually shocked.
To be fair, that is actually a suburb outside of Minneapolis, and they have been cooperating with ICE. So that's what was happening there.
Well, I mean, it's still Minneapolis, and it's still Minnesota, I should say. And it's the police working against these protesters and working with ICE.
Where's your credentials?
I'm at level 12 news.
I can't hear you.
I'm at level 12 news. BG on the scene. I just pressed.
You don't have any press credentials?
I don't. I can show you.
All right, why don't you move out there, okay?
Oh.
Just get out there. Stay outside the line, okay? Coming out. Coming out.
And I think that's enough of that. You basically see what's going on there. Hang on. I think that was back to Tim Walz. We can't let him talk more than he's allowed. So is this a turn of the tide, though, because of what Tom Homan being there? I think it's too soon to tell, but maybe we'll see.
I mean, that's not really local authorities working with ICE. That was really local authorities enforcing local laws, right? Like, you can't ICE, the people who work for the federal government are also people entitled to some modicum of safety, right? So they can't be staying in a hotel where the local authorities allow that hotel to be ransacked or lit on fire, right? It doesn't mean that local authorities are out there kicking down doors looking for criminal illegals, but it does mean, like, if a crowd forms around an ICE operation and starts throwing stuff at the officers, that the local authorities should break that up, right?
Oh, wait,
that's what we're doing. That's what we're asking for.
Before we go forward, we got one. We got a troll in here coming at us. Hey, Gene, when was the last time you saw your, you know what? Ask your mother, Ryan H.
Yes.
Ask her. She'll tell you about the size, the girth, the length, how it felt, the whole deal if you want.
I said, Ryan wants to see it, Gene. You should show it to him.
To be fair, this is a troll crossover. He hangs out in Sean's chat all the time now. So
I love it. Let that be. Oh, look, he's coming. He's coming at you now, Galloway. Here you go. Your turn.
There's a chomo behind me, dude.
Yeah,
when are you going to come out of the closet? Why don't we bring him on here? Why don't you come out of the closet tonight on YouTube? You might find a date.
Dude, he's already come out of the closet. That's the problem.
It's fun. Listen, it's all fun. We try to be civil, but if you guys want to bring it, feel free.
I'm not going to be civil. Fuck these people.
All right. Well, you know what? What I am going to do is do some of the plugs right now. We're about halfway through the show.
Ryan, we can win because we have range, sir. I don't have to run. I can hit you from about 1,000 yards.
Oh, this is too much fun. Folks, if you're in the chat right now, if you're hanging out with us, please be sure to like the show, subscribe to the channel wherever you're watching, whether it's on YouTube, on Rumble, on X. We're live on multi-platforms right now with a whole bunch of you. I'm glad you're here with us. Also, check out shop.buffoonoftheweek.com if you want to see what we're all about. And if you want to pick up my award-winning, best-selling book from Amazon, Shucks, Crooks, Lies, and Scoundrels, a field guide to identifying political buffoons, that's available right now. Like I said, on Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, and other fine bookstores. You can do that at shop.buffoonoftheweek.com or any place where books are sold. Get the plugs done here really quickly because we got some more trolls to stomp and we got more things to talk about. I want to talk about the reporting of Cam Higbee on X. This is going to be a bit of an introduction here. So let me get up the screen for that. So Cam Higbee is a reporter that's been in Minnesota, and he's been reporting on this budding story called Signalgate. Now, I'm going to put this up from X itself. I want you guys to go visit Cam Higbee, at Cam Higbee. Give him a follow. His reporting is certainly worth it. Minneapolis Signal infiltrated. I have infiltrated organizational signal groups all around Minneapolis with the sole intention of tracking down federal agents and impeding/assaulting and obstructing them. Buckle up, all will be revealed. As you'll see here, there is a long list of people in these groups. Each area of the city has a signal or several signals. For those who don't know, Signal is an app where they definitely capture all your information, unlike our friends at Freedom Chat, by the way. Let's start with a screen recording of all the members of the Southside group to start, and you see that scrolling on your screen right now. Let's continue on, though, to the next piece of information. Oh, I went a little too far. Let me go back a second here. So I have been undercover inside the groups for days. Great security in these groups, by the way. You'll notice emojis next to people's names. Here's a key for what those emojis mean, and we can go through it if we want to, but you can definitely. I want you guys to go visit Cam's X account and see for yourselves. Galloway, this is basically an organized effort by many people, including, as we're going to see, elected officials and campaign officials connected to Tim Walz and Democrats in Minnesota, that has created this system whereby they will track license plates and they will use that to follow and interfere and assault and obstruct ICE vehicles. And like I said, it comes back to some elected officials as well.
Yeah, and I don't want to go all the way back to the beginning of the show, but I will just say this about it. You opened with you couldn't believe that Tim Walz was sort of trying to open the door to working maybe with the Trump administration and Tom Homan. Well, make no mistake about it. His own lieutenant governor is wrapped up in this scandal, right? I know we're going to get there. We're also, Pam Bondi's asking for the voter rolls in Minnesota, and he's resisting that. And he's neck deep in fraud, right? So, of course, he's going to start working with the feds. He's looking for his own escape hatch. He's going to throw these people under the bus in this signal chat. I guarantee you.
Oh, these are, as we call them, Rick, the useful idiots that are doing the dirty work that are going to F around and find out. I'll give you a second to respond, Rick. Just give me 1 second here. Roderick Altry Jr., I give you a like, and I peep how you getting people to expose themselves. Well, we don't want people exposing themselves, do we? Love your show, man. Hey, Roderick, appreciate you. I'm glad that you're here with us. Go ahead, Rick, and you can respond to the useful idiots in this signal chat issue.
Well, first, from Roderick, people exposing themselves.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Had to be done. So anyway, but no, seriously, look, I mean, this is going to be such a cluster when it all comes out. And I think I think Ross is right. I think at this point, Walz is angling for a pardon. He's going to throw everybody else under the bus and try to work a deal by the time this is all said and done. Because one of the only reasons that things have been as heated up there as they have been is, think about this. None of this stuff started happening until after we found out that there's $9 billion plus that nobody knows where it is. And that then all of a sudden, all this stuff starts popping off. This is nothing but a distraction.
Interesting that we haven't talked about that. That's a great point. Let me just go forward through Cam Higby's feed here in this thread he created. So for each occupation or shift position, protesters have to undergo training. This is a well-oiled machine. This is not a people movement. This is a co-opted movement with big money behind it, in my opinion. It's unclear what the training entails other than numerous slides of instruction. I've seen it mentioned repeatedly. Who is paying for all this? Here's some other stuff that we see in this thread here. There's been mentions of training and different statements from different members of the Minnesota House as well that they'd be checked here. Each chat for a specific part of each city has smaller districts broken up called patrol zones. Again, this is not a grassroots protest where mom and pop show up as the press wants you to think it is. This is highly organized. Let's look at a sample of it right here. Let me get to this video. I got to find it first. We'll get to all this.
White Chevy Silverado with the newly changed plates with the coexist sticker on the back. We're on Irving and Lake Street going north on Irving. We seem to be the only commuters following. Just wanted to give an update on our location.
Thank you. Do you have anyone in the car with you?
Yes, I do.
Lovely. Thank you.
And we are getting a photo sent to the chat for confirmation.
Just a sample of how organized they are. The way that they do this, folks, by the way, is, and let me see if I can find the screenshot of it. This is an active dispatch call, quote unquote, which is always active as well. They have shift changes and the whole thing. They actually have, here it is, a screenshot of Minnesota's ICE data documentation. They actually get plates of vehicles. They do plate searches, which means they have someone inside that they subscribe to this service to get plate information checked quickly in real time. And that's how they're identifying which vehicles may be ICE. And often they get it wrong as well. Ross, give me your reaction to all this.
Yeah, I mean, and this is where when you see public polling about whether or not people agree with the way Trump is handling, fill in the blank issue, and sometimes the poll numbers don't seem right to you, it's because of guys like me, right? Like, I don't think he's handling a lot of this right. And not because ICE is being too hard or any of that stuff. Like, I want to see every one of these people in this signal chat get their house raided. I want to see them, cuffed and walked like Roger Stone and the Proud Boys and grandmothers from January 6th. Like, that's what I want Kash Patel to be doing, right? So, yeah, I'm not satisfied if a pollster asks me of how the FBI is doing, how Kash Patel is doing, how Donald Trump is doing, because everyone in this signal chat should be arrested. They should all be charged with sedition and insurrection, in my view, right? And until that happens, I'm not going to be satisfied.
I hear you. I want to get to this other video. Let me switch out of this. We'll come back to Cam Higby's great reporting from inside here, but this is an actual video of a Minnesota rep whose name is Alex Falconer talking to a group of people concerning this signal group, and actually openly talking about it in front of people, trying to get people into the group to, as Galloway is characterizing it, commit sedition. Take a listen to this.
Yesterday we had the young man, 13-year-old, handcuffed by ICE, his father taken away. I arrived there as soon as I could. I talked to some of the family members. It's devastating. And I don't know, just going home and talking to my kids about what happened and how this is affecting our community. These are terrible times.
Oh, he's so broken up about it. Can Can we get him a hanky, a Kleenex or something, please? Because, the performative outrage here is just overwhelming him. Oh, no.
But we will get through it. We'll get stronger for it. And we will look out for one another. Before coming to the state legislature, I'm a community organizer at heart, and that's part of what I'm trying to bring to the legislature. I'm helping to lead the community response, rapid response network that we have, given any ICE situations. I have a couple cards here. I'm willing to stop in to stay around and talk with anybody that wants any more information. We've got a couple groups on the app Signal that we would love for you to join. Whether or not you want to be a part of the Resistance Network, I fully understand that you may not be comfortable with that, but you can help us in a lot of ways by sending an alert that if you see any suspicious vehicles, any traffic, if you know of anybody that is being targeted, that's being detained, we have resources immediately available that we can send to you, send to their family, get them legal help, help the families if they need food, if people are afraid to leave their homes to get
et cetera, et cetera. Credit to Libs of TikTok for that video. But you heard it right there, Galloway. We have Signal groups that you can join.
Did you see the audience? Like, that was the best clip ever. And by the way, and this includes most of you losers in the chat, if you are a member of the Democratic Party today, or you affiliate in any way, shape, or form with the left, you are part of a group of people that are clearly mentally ill, hysterical women, or weak gay men, right? Like, you can pick which one of those you are, but you're at least one of those three things: mentally ill, a hysterical woman, or a weak gay man. That's your only three options.
Is that what you
that
were
guy
laughing at?
probably checks 2 or 3 of those boxes.
Were you laughing at the crowd? Is that what you were laughing at?
The crowd. Please go back to that crowd. Look at their face. First of all, look at them,
Later.
and then look at their faces.
Is this okay? So this is what you want me to show?
Look at him. There's a guy sleeping. One guy's texting back there. Let me give you guys. Let me wake up the leftists in our group chat for a minute here on our group. You're not going to get the blacks as a group to go out and riot over this one. Okay, you're just not, right? If black people feel like white cops are killing them, unlawfully, that'll stir them up. Right, but you're not going to get them to go out there and fight for illegal African immigrants that are committing fraud and stealing money that could go to their own communities. It's just not going to happen, dude. No matter how many weird gay white women or white liberal men you send to these groups, it's never going to fucking happen. Look at the TV. Look at the videos. Who are the morons out there fighting with the cops and getting pepper sprayed? It's all liberal white lunatics.
Oh. Eugene P13, is this a seminar for opening daycare centers?
No, it's the Leering Center starter program. That's what it is.
Well, you know what they say: you live, you leer. So, and if anybody doesn't get that in the chat, then why are you even here right now? Lots of people.
Why do you keep trying to put Alanis Morissette in my head, sir? What's wrong with you?
Oh, it's a great song. That's an awesome song. Hang on. Hey, Ross, are those human beings children of God?
Which human beings?
I guess the ones that we just showed. Are they children of God?
Yeah, we're all children of God. That doesn't mean we open up our fucking borders to the third world and let anybody who wants to come here. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth, Gene. And if you allowed all of the ones that wanted to come here, probably 75% of them would fucking come and we'd collapse, right?
Oh,
so who do we let come in? And why do they want them here, by the way? These leftist losers.
Wait, hold on.
These leftist losers, Gene, they want cheap fucking slave labor.
Can I expose a racist, please? Can I just expose a racist first? Ryan H. 2691, he wanted to know only about the black ones, apparently. Dude, why are you being racist? Everyone deserves their dignity and respect. Why are you trying to separate them? What is the deal, man? Bro, seek help. That ain't cool.
First of all, I'm not above making racist comments either. Of course, black people are children of God, but that doesn't mean I want to empty half of Africa into my fucking town. I also don't want to empty Ireland into my fucking town, right? I don't want a bunch of foreigners here that are not going to assimilate, period, the end, regardless of color.
Yeah, I mean, you want a bunch of Norwegians walking into the country unfettered and trying to run scams? Come on, same
Right?
thing.
If
Same
a bunch
thing.
of Italians came here, were committing fraud. Oh, by the way, like when they went after the mafia for
Whoa,
fucking.
whoa, hold on. Now you've gone a bridge too far. Now you've gone a bridge too far. These are honest business people. They happen to be in the waste management business or whatever. They're not criminals. In this house, Christopher Columbus is a hero. God damn it. Anyways, but yeah.
And by the way, this nation was not built by immigrants. It was built by conquerors. We conquered
Hey,
this
Ryan,
land.
we ain't occupying shit, motherfucker. We won it in a
Well,
war.
and let's be honest.
We
No,
conquered
I love this comment here. You're on occupied land. No, we're on conquered land. Before we conquered it, other Indian tribes conquered other Indian tribes. So if you want to give land back to someone, who you want to give it back to there, bucko?
Don't
And
worry,
first of all,
Ryan.
all the people that
Sorry.
say that, by the way, are people that are here too. Ryan, if we're on occupied land, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm native. I was born here.
I'm a Native American. Don't steal my line. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a fucking Native American.
Hell yeah.
I'm part of the Galloway tribe, motherfucker.
Hey, Ryan,
That's right.
Ryan,
Brooklyn, baby.
Nobody's gonna steal your place in line under Trump's desk, brother. Have at it. It's all good. Don't. You don't
Wow.
gotta be worried.
Kinky, all right. Hey, let's welcome Kinky Koala into the conversation. Seems to be appropriate. Great screen name, by the way. I love it. Liberals are emotional, and every argument they make is to emotionally manipulate you. Stop feelings in politics. I love that, but Kinky Koala, if I can call you Kinky, I agree with you in that respect, but I also think you are missing out on the fun that we're having. The fun discussions that you have with people like Ryan and others in the chat who like to try to emotionally hijack, and I talk about that in my book as well, but it's fun to give it right back to them and to feed the trolls to the point where they out themselves. It's just a lot of fun to me. So that's pretty much what I have to talk about tonight. We can go into further what Cam Higbee was doing. There's a video of him, by the way, being stopped by these anti-ICE buffoons out there and showing how stupid they are, stopping him because they think he's ICE, and the ignorance on display there. Actually, you know what? I am going to show that video because I think it's a great way to round things up. Let me just find it real quick in the thread here from Cam's whole thread here. It just goes on and on. I think that was it. Hang on. Let me pause it. So this I'm going to share again is from Cam Higbee. It's a video of him getting stopped by these idiots with ICE. Let me get it up on the screen so you guys can all see it. And here we go. Take a watch at this buffoonery. Listen to the comebacks from these anti-ICE idiots. These people were actively trailing Cam and his vehicle, labeling him as ICE because they used that license plate reader and they misidentified him as ICE. I thought Democrats aren't supposed to misidentify people. What the hell?
We're not ICE. Why are you guys following us? And they leave like right when we get out of the car. We're not ICE. We're not ICE. We're following them because they were following us.
Well, you look suspicious as fuck.
We're judging them by their looks, Galloway. You look suspicious, therefore we're going to follow you.
You look like a white guy. That's basically what they're saying, right? I mean,
coming from another white guy, isn't that great?
Well, a mentally ill, a hysterical woman, or a gay weak male, right? That's the only thing on the other side, Gene. So, yes, from another white person.
Let's keep it going.
Fucking moron.
Let's keep it going.
Wait. So should people follow and harass any suspicious-looking person?
Get out of here.
Why are you guys following us?
Because you're fucking ICE.
We're not ICE.
Oh, not ICE. Not in an ICE vehicle, right?
No.
Right. Get in your truck and get the fuck out.
Why?
Because you need to go. Confirmed ICE.
We're not ICE.
Yeah, same to the people that you're abducting. Get out.
We're not because we're being followed. They're following us, and they came up. We didn't even know they were following us until they came up and said, "We've been following you, reporter." Independent
Go report something.
Okay.
Go to the airport.
We don't want people following us.
Go to the airport.
And hurting us when we get
They're
home.
not going to hurt you. They're going to stay right behind you. They're going to stay right
all
behind
the way
you.
back to where we're staying, right?
Great.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. It's
The stupidity of these people.
Well, just remember, these are the same people that it's un-American that ICE is basically making people show papers. But now they're doing it. Oh, these are also the same. These are also the same people that are building walls.
These are also the same people that were asking for papers during the pandemic. Let's talk about irony for a second here. You know, as I said to Ross earlier, I think it was last week, once we flatten the curve of illegal immigrants coming into the country and staying into the country, we'll have to deal with this. But we're all in this together, right, pal?
All in it together. I ain't with them. I've been a proponent of national divorce for quite some time, man. You know what I mean? How can you negotiate with these people that are going to follow you around, carry guns into fights with cops and other situations? Look, man, our side has more of those, right? Good luck. Time for a national divorce. Let's fucking get it on.
You know, I was opposed to that when Jesse Kelly started talking about it around the same time that I started doing this, and I have come around. I think it's time.
I'm still opposed to it. I just want to get this comment up from Reese Stewart 9003. Leftists are people who don't actually understand how the world works. They think everything is sunshine and rainbows and don't understand that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Dynamite drop in there, Reese. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Hope you liking, hope you're sharing, hope you're subscribing, and all that fun stuff. Rick, you were about to say something.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that somebody's confused because Donnie isn't the one with dementia. That was the last guy.
Yeah, we can certainly talk about that. Here's another one.
I want to comment on Reese's post there real quick. Don't give them so much credit, man. They're not all useful idiots. Some of them are just pure evil, right? You know, a useful idiot doesn't believe a man can have a baby, right? Maybe some of them do, but the ones that are really pushing hard for the hard left ideas about, calling the other side Nazis and bringing guns and fighting with cops and saying that men could have babies, those are purely evil people, right? Speaking of God's people, I believe in God, and I believe the left is not only mentally ill, there's a significant portion, especially their masters, are evil people.
Yep. Kinky Koala continuing down their line of thought, which I absolutely love. Liberals love to use buzzwords like PDF file, racist, grifter. I use grifter all the time. I embrace my grifting, by the way. Bad people from WW2, etc., to elicit an emotional response. As Rick knows, I am a grifter. I love to be called a grifter because that's what I am, right, pal?
Insert this guy's a grifter clip here.
This guy is a grifter.
See,
there you go, pal. Oh, listen, the show is blowing up right here at the end. We may have to go a little bit of overtime. I know, Rick, you got to go do your next show in a couple of minutes. Tell everybody where you're going to be and what you're doing.
All right, so hanging out, for those of you hanging out on the KLR radio feed, we have Rick and Orty coming up next. After that, we'll be heading over into SHR Media territory with Edge of Liberty with Sean Lewis. That'll be our closing act for the night. And then I will be back tomorrow night with Jen and Rick, 10 p.m. Eastern. Friday, the Rick Robinson show starts at noon Eastern. And then Friday night, He Said, She Said with the lovely Aggie Rican. You can find me on X at RowdyRick73. If you want to check out KLR Radio, we have a YouTube channel, a Rumble channel, Facebook channel, and an X account. So you can find all of those at KLR and Radio. I want to thank you guys for inviting me on last minute. Ross, I like pinch hitting for you, but it's more fun when you're here because then usually we get to gang up on Gene. For some reason, we agreed mostly tonight. That's not normal for us.
I missed you, bro. Come back next week.
Listen, you might as well be listed as a co-host now on the website.
I mean, I'm already streaming you. I'll hang out every week if you want. I don't care. It's up to y'all.
I think you need to get Galloway's vote on that. I'm already a yes. God bless, brother. Be well. Talk to you soon. Have fun with the next show.
Have a great night.
All right. So real quick here, aside from Ryan's obsession with my junk, and by the way, pal, it ain't gonna happen. I mean, I'm into big booty Latinas. What can I tell you?
we agree, Gene. Don't deport the big booty Latinas.
Aside for that, you ready to want to round this out now? Listen, we got 121 live across platforms right now. It's up to you if you want to keep rocking and rolling, do another 15, or what's up?
I don't think these people deserve my time, half of them anyway.
You know what? I think they deserve our time a little bit. Come on. We're having fun with the chat. You know what? Let's just take the last 5-10 minutes here to just deal with the chat, okay? Let's have some fun. Let's do some troll smashing. Pretty good 80. Hey, thanks for coming on and listening to us. We'll listen to you back. Anyone who thinks Dementia Don will be around in 28 is more nuts than these two bozos. First of all, we're not bozos, we're morons. I'm more on number 1. He's more on number 2. Let's get that straight. First and foremost, that's been us since day 1. Number 2, we're talking about presidents with dementia. I don't think you really have any high ground here, considering your last saintly president being here. And third, just go fuck yourself. Whatever. Your turn.
At the end of the day, first of all, Trump is in spectacular health. His doctor said he's the most healthy president that we've ever had. That's number 1. Number 2, you can only wish and hope that Donald Trump would run again in 2028. Because let me tell you a secret. There is no such thing as the Republican Party anymore, right? It is Trump's party. So after Donald Trump, we're not going to be like, you know what we need after Donald Trump? We really need to nominate like a Mitt Romney type of Republican again. That shit's never going to happen. Trump is actually too soft for me. I want somebody worse. I want somebody like Nick Fuentes after this. Like, good luck, lefties.
I don't. By the way, Pipe Ice 8032 says 4 Eyes looks angry. Bro.
Which one? We both got
Which
glasses,
one? Which one? Who are you talking about? Can you be a little more specific, please? You know? Guys, listen. For those of you who like hanging out with us, you gave us a thumbs up. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, do so now. We like you guys, but the trolls,
I don't.
We demand a higher level of troll. Step up your game. This is like fish in a barrel for us. You're talking to 2 Italians from Brooklyn, New York. All right? Get your game up a little bit here. Maybe, just maybe, we'll respect you a little bit. I just got to go through some of the chats here. Are you seeing anything that you want me to pull up, pal? Well, hang on. Here's a fellow I'm okay. So I'm hoping that you're a fellow Paisan. I could be wrong. Pat Mazuka, 3926. All these dirty Dems are mentally ill and delusional of reality. Okay, cool. Let me see. Any other comments here? So there's a lot of good with Purdy Good is trying his best. See again, compounding mistakes. These 2 4-eyed magatards are here for our entertainment. Yeah, and you're here giving us money by being here, by the way. This is going to be used for ad reels. This is going to be used to get sponsors. Thank you so much for being here and helping us put money in our pockets. We've had close to 3,300 people, 3,500 now, just pass through in the past hour. We appreciate all of you who can do this. So many. I mean, listen, Ryan, I know you're here. You're not a great troll. You're really
He's
not
terrible. Gene, do you watch MSNBC?
No, I don't, because MSNBC doesn't exist anymore.
Well, MS Now, whatever the fuck they call themselves. No, we don't watch that. You know why? Because they're fucking morons. Okay. So these people in here that come in here and want to talk shit, you are free. Gene likes to grift and keep you guys on board. You're free to leave. No one's holding you here, right? So bye.
And you know what? I actually like you being here. You can hang out with us. But we do have lives. We do have to touch some grass. We have families that we have to deal with, and we families that we love to be around. And as much as I want to be around with you guys, I think it's time for some final thoughts here, pal. You go first. This is the segment of the show where you guys get to hear something that we haven't planned. I don't know what he's going to say. Ross doesn't know what I'm going to say. So let's end it with starting with your final thought there, pal. Oh, wait, before you do, by the way, Ryan, just so you know, under 300, baby. I'm down like 100 pounds from where I was. I'm loving life. I'm feeling good. I'm heart healthy. I'm feeling great. I hope you're feeling great too. Go ahead, pal.
Yeah, I didn't know where to go with this. I have so many notes, but I was thinking about Ilhan Omar pulling a Juicy Smollett with that fake attack that she had when she was giving that speech yesterday or earlier today. I was thinking about, Trump, the racist, hanging out with Nicki Minaj, but I won't touch on those. What I will say is I find it interesting that shortly after Maduro from Venezuela was arrested, that the FBI has raided the Fulton County election office with a court-ordered warrant, right? And they are picking up lots of documents, including ballots, from the Fulton County, Georgia election office right after Maduro got arrested. Stay tuned, folks. There's more to this, and the only thing that they would confirm is that it was a warrant to collect documents in reference to the 2020 election, which was stolen. And before I throw it to you, Gene, since we have a bunch of people in the chat that might be new here, if you're going to talk to a leftist, right? If you're at a bar or at an event and you sense that a conversation is going to go political and you sense that this person is a leftist, the first question you have to ask to like sense whether or not you want to continue the conversation is the question I ask. Do you honestly believe that Joe Biden, without campaigning, got 81 million fucking votes and got more black votes than Barack Obama, the first black president? If they say yes to one of those questions, do not talk to them. They're a fucking moron like Purdy and Ryan in this group. Gene, that's my final thought.
Listen, Purdy, Ryan, everybody else out there making fun of how I look, making fun of whatever. It's all good. I'm going to get better looking at some point because, like I said, the weight's coming down. You guys can watch the whole transition. I know you guys like that word. Coming real soon, I bet. So here's my final thought on the whole situation here. I heard about this Ilhan Omar thing as well. I think regardless of what side you're on, this guy's a criminal. He's an asshole. He's a moron. He used apple cider vinegar, according to one report I saw from the New York Post today. And, you know, there are reports from his neighbor that he has Parkinson's. He was in a car accident. He's heavily medicated. I don't care about any of that. I don't even care what side of the aisle he's on. I care. He's says that he's pretty conservative. I don't care. You break the law, you pay the price. That's what our nation is built on. I'm an attorney. This is a nation of laws. And frankly, I don't want to see anyone in our government, whether I loathe them, think they're a buffoon, think they're the best thing ever. I don't want to see any of them get hurt, get attacked, any of that. I know Ross is going to disagree with me on it, but hey, that's kind of where I stand on things. But I think one thing we will agree on, it is time to shut this thing down. Even though we got 222 people across platforms right now, maybe we have to expand the show a little bit, pal, something to talk about. But for this one, at least, it's time to shut it down. You ready to go here or what?
Gene, shut this motherfucker down. Same time, same place next week, losers. I'll be here, will you?
We will certainly see, folks. Whether you love us, you hate us, you loathe us, you like us, I don't care. I'm just glad that you're here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out, but we're going to shut this show down. So let's play our motherfucking anthem. Good night, folks.
Not allowed, not without electro.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
Teeth, don't let them have sway. Conservative battalions walking them out, marching through the streets while the buffoons all shout. Move in the shadows, flag on my chest, repping my clan, putting faith to the test. Cause left face blues behind enemy lines, fighting for the truth, feels like wartime. Don't back down, keep it rugged and raw, cool in the chaos, but loud in the war. But loud in the war. Thunder, arm in advance, march to the anthem, this is our chance. If I ever stand with a smirk and a gaze, holding down the fort in this Democrat cage. Whistles in the dark, strategies unfold, allies unseen, but bonds remain bold. Commitment to the cause in the heart of the storms, in the name of freedom we're breaking the norm. Cause let's stay blue behind enemy lines, fighting for the truth, feels like wartime. Don't back down, keep it rugged and raw. Cool for a